This is the IELTS mock speaking test conducted by the IELTS Workshop on July 8th, 2024. The examiner's name is Phạm Duy Anh. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Can I have your full name, please?
Okay, so my full name is Nguyễn Quang Huy.
Okay, thank you. Let's begin with some personal questions. I would like to talk about languages. Now, what languages do you learn at school?
Well, back in high school, I decided to study 2 languages at the same time, which was English and Chinese. But then, when I graduated from high school and got into university, I decided to move or concentrate on English for the most of the time because I found so many opportunities related to that language. Yeah.
Do you think English is an easy or a difficult language to learn?
Well, I think it depends. Since I spent so many time practicing English with both local people and foreigners, I found it sometimes gonna be very difficult in terms of grammars and vocabularies. But when it comes to speaking, I found it very interesting and appealing. Yeah.
Do you think old people should learn a new language?
Still, it depends on their perspective about language, right? So for some people who are quite, conservative, they do not want to change their mindset or change their perspective about life or language. I don't think they should do it. But for some, extrovert or the person who wants to find new interest in their life, they should adapt in a new language in their life.
Would you like to learn any other languages?
Currently, there's nothing in my mind, but I hope that in the future I may acquire a certificate in French because it's one of the most romantic language on earth, right? And I find it quite interesting to speak French to foreigners, right? That's it.
Thank you. Now, for the next part of the test, I would like you to talk about a topic for 2 minutes. The topic is written on this cue card.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. The question is, describe a new law that you want to implement in your country. Now, you are given a piece of paper and a pencil and eraser, so you can prepare your answers in 1 minute. Please do not write anything on your cue card. You have 1 minute to prepare your answers.
Yeah.
You can start now. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. You can stop now. You have 2 minutes to describe a new law that you want to implement in your country. Do not worry if I stopped you. And please begin.
Okay, so today I would like to propose to you a new regulations that I want to impose in my country, which is called a Safety Driver Act. As a daily commuter, I have witnessed so many road accidents during the peak hours in Hanoi, which is the capital of Vietnam. So I would like to do this to change the the way that people commute on the road and to reduce the rate of accidents, right? So the reason, the way that I came up with this idea was because one day when I was in high school, I witnessed beforehand an accident between a cars and a motorbike on the road, and this traumatized me a lot. So in order to improve in order to change the way that people commute on the road, I think we should have a new laws to minimize or to diminish the rate of getting into accidents of people. So to be more specific, when people travel on the road, they should follow some new laws to stop in front of the traffic light when it turns into yellow, even red light, or they have to carry the proper traffic equipment like a helmet or safe enough motorbike in order to ensure the safetiness on the road. And I think that this is gonna be a very huge change in daily life, since Vietnamese people are, very famous for reckless driving. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That is enough. Now, you talked about a law that you wanted to implement in Vietnam.
Yep.
I want to ask you some more generalized questions related to your answers. So, do you think it takes a long time to introduce a new law?
Well, I think yes. Like, when it comes to impose a new law, it requires a lot of new factors, like extensive researches, discussions with the public, and even some revisions from some feedbacks of the society, right? So I think that in order to propose a new regulation or a new law to society, it takes so many times and even some resources to do so. Yeah.
Okay. Which is better, to make people obey the law, to punish them, or to encourage them what to do?
Well, I think it depends on the situation, right? When it comes to punishment, it is one of the most effective way to hinder or to stop people from getting into troubles, right? But about persuading people to obey the rules is gonna be a better options to for people in order to improve their in order to improve their behavior in in doing so many activities in the society.
Let's talk about laws at school. What rules should students follow at school?
Well, I think there are two rules, I think there's two factors that affect the rules in the school. First of all, let's talk about like the moral code for students. Like, in order to create the equality between students, they need to impose some rules, like putting on the uniforms on the first day of schools, or trying to break like the barrier between students by creating more events for students to be more engaged with each other. And lastly, to prevent students from committing some academic dishonesty, right? Students, or teachers, they need to popularize some consequences when students do so that they're gonna create like a more transparent environment for students, especially when it comes to exams. Yeah.
Do you think children can learn about the law outside of school?
Of course, right? There are so many, sources for students to get to know more about regulations, like from parents, from social medias, and even from their friends. Like, whenever they go to the social media or whenever they browse the internet, there's tons of resources for them to learn about a new law, like about the like the traffic law, or about the general law. Right? When they go home and talk to their parents can introduce them like a new like a new law about in the forms of moral codes. Yeah, I think so. So.
Now, how can parents teach children to obey the rules?
Well, that's quite a hard question for me. In order to persuade children to obey the rules, they need to become like a supportive parents, right? Like, instead of forcing them to follow what they want to do, you need to provide them with like more freedoms, right? So that they have more opportunities to do what they want. But it still has to be legal, or it should follow the follow the rules, right? And parents should also be the so parents should be the role models for the child, right? So that they can easily follow them, like to go after what they do in their life, and try not to commit any crimes or to not commit to break any rules. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That is the end of the IELTS speaking test. Thank you for your time. You can leave the room now.
Okay, thank you.